See, I spent decades trying to heal something that couldn't be healed. And there was never anything I ever had in my mind that I wanted to experience or get, I was able to do and get somehow. So I thought I could do the same with this nervous system disorder and this chronic degeneration I have in my cervical spine. So I traveled around the world, like looking to try to figure out how to heal this stuff, trying different healers and different natural herbs and plant medicines and yoga and meditation, Reiki and massage and different spiritual practices, and it's just non-stop body work and Rolfing and just master massage experts and holistic surgery in China. That was actually helpful, but that wasn't the cure. So I thought that I had to fix this health karma before I could actually really get deep into my spiritual practice and realize who and what I am, which is consciousness. I thought I had to fix myself first. And I realized later this was a trick that the mind was using, presenting it as it's a very practical, logical thing that I need to heal before I can progress spiritually, at least fast. And so I believed this thought, and I don't want to say I wasted a bunch of time, because I learned a lot also, which God is therefore using. I can help others through that means too. So nothing's ever wasted. But what I'm saying is I did realize that this was a hoax that the mind was presenting to be truth. And what I later had to do, something inside surrendered to the fact, something said, wow, this just might be my situation for the rest of the time that I'm in this body. This was a very liberating acceptance and thought. See, that thought didn't come from the mind. That came from some higher intelligence inside. Something said, relax. Now, it said, relax, stop obsessing about trying to find answers and cures to a situation that it's probably not going to be cured. I could intuitively feel it also, that this is too deep, it was too complex. When we're talking about nervous system or brain or degeneration of bones, like chronic degenerative cases, like these things, I don't feel we're at the level yet of in a society or technology to fix that stuff. Maybe in the Silver Age or Treta Yuga, or a few thousand years from now, when we can really manipulate with life force and energy, and we can just maybe sit in some kind of box or machine and it stimulates all of our life force, then we can heal things like this. I don't know if that would be good necessarily either, because you can miss a lot of lessons that these pains are here to teach us, which this is part of the answer I'm going to give to your question too. So, we have stem cells and things like that nowadays, but it's just not on the level to heal and fix some things that are very, very degenerated or corrupted within the body. Nobody understands the nervous system. It's just too complex, and there's so many factors and interrelations, and everything affects everything, and what to do. It's easy. It's easier just to surrender, Now that doesn't mean that we're still not open to receiving some kind of remedy or elixir or some plant or something, some medicine that will help, our situation, or even heal it. I don't know what degree, when you say, I don't know what kind of physical pain you're talking about. I don't know what level it's on. Is it acute, subacute, chronic, degenerative? I don't know. I can say most pains will get better, especially the more balanced we are, the more we have good, healthy lifestyle habits, let go of the bad habits, the stimulants, the overstimulation of dopamine, preserving our sexual energy, etc. That will take care of most things. And even the things that are too far gone to take care of, it will introduce a sense of peace within that can bear that level of pain much better than if we didn't have healthy lifestyle principles in our lives and we were indulging in bad habits, and if we didn't have any kind of spiritual practice and we're just eating junk all day. If we're doing all that, that's going to exacerbate whatever pain we have, whether it be in the physical body or if you have anxiety or you're emotionally imbalanced or whatever. Lifestyle habits and spiritual principles are this is a really good medicine, and doesn't have any side effects, and it's just beneficial for anybody. So this for me has always been my favorite medicine. Now, is the pain, what's the significance, you ask, of the physical pain in spiritual evolution? On a deeper level, if one's a true seeker, it won't do anything except help you. This physical pain can burn resistance up like a lot of other things can. And this inner resistance we have, which means it's the ego resisting being dissolved into consciousness, that's not a scary thing, by the way. It's not like you just don't exist anymore. And by the way, I'm not proclaiming I'm enlightened. I don't like any of those words, actually. I don't. I know who I am on the deepest level. That's it. Okay. Now, can the mind come in and make me seemingly forget and then come? Yeah, it's all good. It doesn't matter. I'm not. I don't get stuck into that. That's another trap. How enlightened are you and all this stuff. So I don't like to use those words. And I let other people tell me what level I'm at. And some think I'm on a low level, and some think I'm on a high level, and it doesn't really matter to me. The way the physical pain can help accelerate this spiritual evolution, it makes us, you see, it's all about surrender. The more we surrender, the more we give ourselves up as an ego with all these personal desires and all this mental commentary about the world and other people and our own self, the more we surrender all that and just, we're somehow just here. Like this nature's just here. It's not thinking about stuff. It's not wondering why I'm here. You see, it doesn't have this mental judgment like the human mind does. So when that gets surrendered and we're quiet and we can start to perceive things directly and just innocently without any commentary, then our levels of serenity are going to increase. So the way pain can help with that is, see, when people are in constant pain, there's a lot of self-talk that's going on. A lot of, God, this sucks. Why is, what's going on? Why do I got to feel this? Other people don't. Let me find some habits to indulge in to escape this pain, even though it's just going to still be there when you're done. So what happens is, because of, these habits and all this nonsense that we do, it creates a negative feeling and consequence. Couple that with this pain that also creates a negative heaviness and consequence. That means you can hit bottom faster. Hit bottom in the sense that you're tired of this whole human thing. You're tired of existing as a human. I mean, you like it, but you want to know who you are beyond it, so that then maybe you can exist as a human more happily. And because you realize with the physical pain and everything else, it creates a constant state of mental and emotional turmoil, and on top of the physical pain. So these people who have this kind of chronic pain, you can say, not all of them. See, I'm surprised, but some who are intelligent on a God-gifted level, because some, they just don't have it. They're looking for operations and medications to fix them, and I've never seen anybody have luck with that. Some do, but others, having all this pain all the time, it throws us into a deep search to be open to a spiritual practice to find out, like, who are we beyond this body? Because this body is such a burden. It becomes such a burden, you know. When it's hurting all the time, then we either kill ourselves, or if we're graced with spiritual tendencies, we end up looking. We find books, we find others who start to share about transcending the body, and we want that. We're like, yeah, I want to transcend. Can you show me who I am beyond this body? Because this body sucks, and I don't know how to live in it peacefully, because there's all these imbalances making me just feel neurotic and anxious and feeling the physical sensation of pain all the time. So I want to get out of that. So you see, it can be used as an accelerative tool to really find a spiritual practice that will suit you, and also helps provoke this deep surrender that maybe wouldn't have happened if you didn't have this pain. It probably wouldn't have happened with me. I feel it's God's grace that I actually have these human imbalances in my body, because I probably would have still woke up to the fact that this whole human play is boring after a while. After I tasted enough experience, I probably still would have, ended up finding a spiritual practice to take me beyond this level. Like, is there anything beyond this human level? I think I would have got there anyway, but the pain and the imbalance in the nervous system really made that faster. You see, I started becoming very interested in these things at about 16 or 17, and then it never stopped. It just kept increasing, this urge to learn more and go deeper as the years went on. But I still was caught up in a bunch of lower desires and habits that also needed to be experienced and fulfilled, while at the same time doing my spiritual practice. That's just the way it is, This is just karma. Sometimes the karma is so strong, meaning the tendency to want to experience something so strong that we have to just do it, even though we know that it's nonsense, I remember I was in Thailand, and this is when I had more of a formal meditation practice. Like every morning and night I would meditate for an hour or something, and I kept hearing about this soapy massage place. I wanted to experience this soapy massage, and I knew it was nonsense. It's when you go and you get a massage, and the girl, she basically rubs her body on yours and with soap, and that's the experience, And so intellectually I knew that. I'm like, okay, man, like, seriously? Like, really? Do you got to experience that? But I did, it just wouldn't leave me alone. So I remember one night I was sitting meditating, and I said, man, I'm going to go do it. Like, I got to go experience it, because it's just driving me crazy. I can't get the thought out of my mind. So I went and did it, and then I came back and finished meditating. So my point is, just because we're drawn to a spiritual practice and we're really devoted to it, doesn't mean that these lower, darker tendencies aren't going to be at play. This is just how it is. You just work with that as best as you can. Don't beat yourself up. No need to feel guilty and shame. A lot of people do that. But see, that's the ego making you. The ego will tell you to do something that's corrupt, so to speak, and then it'll beat you up for doing it. This is what it does, So don't buy into that. You just stay tuned, stay focused, check in as often as you can. Arrange your life in a way that you have your habits and your daily life is as balanced as it can be. You're sleeping good, daily exercise, you're eating good, spending time in nature, not wasting your time talking nonsense with people that there's nothing there. And just live your life good like that, have your spiritual practice, and you'll start to evolve much more quickly. And that will also help with the physical pain. My lifestyle, the way I live, is just so important with because of the health issues I have. If I didn't, what I eat and in the climate and spending the right, spending my time in the right way, like making videos, this helps my health, actually. So this is all important stuff to do if you have physical pain. You're going to be motivated to get your life in order more perhaps than somebody who didn't have physical pain. So see, this is the significance of having physical pain when we're talking about a spiritual practice. It can be beneficial. Just be intelligent and use it. You see, let intuition tell you these things that I'm telling you. These words have to be your own. So then when we recognize in our own self what the truth is about a situation and not see it so negatively, because it'll be the mind and ego that's perceiving things negative, try to go deeper than that and listen to if there's some higher perception and higher way of looking at something. And then you stay with that. This is the whole game. This is the whole game, you know. It's like, what am I listening to? My mind and ego, or am I listening to my deeper intelligence or intuition, so to speak? And so that needs to become the habit, to be able to hear your intuition talking to you. This is your real teacher or guide or guru or whatever. It's this this voice inside always knows what to do and what not to do. So it's this fusion that needs to happen between the mind and ego and this deeper intelligence, intuition. And it seems for a while that it's like separate. You got the ego mind talking all this nonsense, and then you got the deeper intelligence, intuition, and it's like, okay, and sometimes you listen to that, and you know, so these two need to fuse together. This is the purpose of a spiritual practice, and like I said, physical pain can help accelerate that. All right, I hope that helped you. Let me know if that was good for you, and I'll talk to everybody soon. I kind of like these Q&A videos because you're giving me something. Like I can respond to something. So good. Leave me more questions. See you.